It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, June 20th, 2018. It is 7 a.m.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Another beautiful morning.
Give me another whoop whoop over there.
That's like my thing. No.
Hi, you Chuckles. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you? Hey, man, I heard a rumor that it won't hit 90 today. So I'm excited.
I hope that's not a rumor.
Me too. I'm excited.
That would be nice. We'll see if he decides to do the forecast.
I'm going to see what his forecast is.
Speaking of hitting 90, did you hear his confession that his speedometer almost hit 40?
Oh, my gosh.
When he said hitting 90, I knew it wasn't driving.
I knew it wasn't driving.
Right.
Was there a wind out of the west that caused you to get that fast?
No, it was Jimi Hendrix. Crosstown Traffic came on. My gosh.
So your foot gets heavier when Hendrix plays.
There's some songs, just like Steppenwolf, get your motor running. Some songs just make you mash it. Yeah.
Get on the high.
Okay.
We're good.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. It's one of them mornings, ladies
For
and
royalties,
gentlemen.
call 1-800. Good morning and welcome to Dead on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman Roast along with Jerry Hogan and Scooter rocking out.
Scooter stepping wolf.
That was a good song to start the show with right there.
Yeah, it would be.
I need to have that blaring in the background.
Man, we need to
just
think
bobbing
about
our heads and getting ready. No.
Oh, boy.
And give us little steering wheels right here.
There you go.
And a fan blowing your hair.
We get one of them little baby car seats they used to have.
Yeah.
Where you beep, beep, the little horn in there.
No, I want a train horn. Whoa.
Oh, we're going all out here.
Yeah.
If we're going to do it, I got to get my Ooga horn.
Anyway.
Just how far off
why
the
did I put
tracks
in the
are
coffee
we?
today?
I don't know.
Drinking water. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee.
There you go.
Yes, we are.
Explains everything.
Period.
Huh?
Just put a period on it.
That's
Move on.
Brewed Awakening coffee.
Yeah.
You want to get your morning started and have a lot of fun? Drive by Brewed Awakening. 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home. BRMC Lobby, Balmer Boulevard, and 62 East Plaza. Went out to see Mike yesterday. Brought in another 4 or 5 pounds of the finest beans all ground up.
Should last you a couple days.
Yeah, an hour or so.
Yeah,
about an hour.
That mule's already on the way back to Mexico, where it came from.
Colombia,
man.
Yeah, there you go. Good old
Well,
Colombian
that was
coffee.
Jamaican accent. That
was terrible. that was not even. Valdez
Be sure to check out Brewed Awakening. Now remember, there's no.
Or his mule.
Coffee ain't strong. It's just weak men.
I understand.
Yeah.
And apparently I'm a weak man, and I'm okay with it. I like my water. I'm good.
Thing is, you don't know I drank a bottle of water before I got here.
That's the key to it. You have to get primed up.
Yeah, I got to prime the pump.
When I saw that video of how it makes you dance, I'm out.
You don't want to do that? Michele needs to see that. We need to play that for Michele. So I'm going to pull it up real quick so she can see. This is what happens right here. You can see it on the screen over there.
Oh, my.
This is what happens after your first cup of Brewed Awakening coffee right here. Let me
Get the feet.
we got to raise up a little bit.
You want me to get the whole thing? There we go.
There you go.
That's
see there?
what happens on Dale's coffee.
Brewed Awakening coffee. Best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. See how happy that guy is right there after his first cup of coffee? He's just happy.
Looking at him, he is going to crash and burn in about 20 minutes.
No, I just give him another cup of coffee.
That's just wrong.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. When the need arises, choose Roller Funeral Homes. They will serve you with the utmost professionalism and just guarantee a very fine service for your loved one. Roller Funeral Homes brings the morning prayer, so let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, over the past few years, we've seen people acting so childish, kind of like, I want to be the team captain. And when they don't get it, they pout and throw a fit. Or perhaps kids say they want a certain teachers because they're so mean. What it boils down to is the lack of discipline. When they don't get what they want, they have a fit because the authority has a backbone and stands firm on what the rules are. Lord, we've got to get past the 2016 election and work to make our country strong again. My prayer is that we make it happen. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. And the weather brought to you by Greg's Farm Services. On the farm, around the home, in the community. Greg's Farm Services. They still have that big sign, help wanted. Need a job? Go see Greg's Farm Services, customer service sales position at the feed store at Midway. Be sure to check that out. And hummingbird season is still here. You getting any hummingbirds, guys?
Oh, all the time, man.
Yep. A lot of great specials right here. The garden cart is still $20 off, $79.99. I gotta go out there one of these days. You know.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I've been saying that for 2 months.
Not until it's going to be back. It'll be
back up to
sale.
$100 when I go by.
That thing have snow tires on it by the time you get out
probably. The Flex Rack Garden Hose 50 foot for $19.99. All kinds of great specials at Greg's Farm Services. Greg's Farm Services on the farm, around the home, in the community. They bring you the morning weather each and every day. And look at this temperature in Mountain Home.
That's what I'm talking about.
69 degrees. Yeah.
Like I said, it was a beautiful morning.
Yeah. Still is. Not just was. Yeah,
Okay.
it still is. 69 in Mountain Home, 72 at Harrison, 75 at Hardy, 68 in Mountain View. Can you imagine being camping by a river somewhere?
Where do they put that thermometer to get those readings?
Most generally around the airports or the hospitals.
Is it at a higher altitude or lower? Or?
The National Weather Service, if I'm not mistaken, they require you have to have a shaded area, and the thermometer has to be about 12 inches below an insulated cover. So it can't be in any direct sunlight to get the official temperature. And so
there you go.
got
it?
Because
it was
heat rises. So if you had a little roof like this and the
in.
thermometer right at the top, it's going to be hot at the top. So they bring them down about a foot, keep them in the shade, and it just that way it just kind of swings in the air. 68 at Mountain View, 69 at Yellville, 68 at Marshall. Wow, great temperatures today. 69 at Calico.
Fantastic.
Rain at St. Louis right now, 72 there, and also in Poplar Bluff, 66 in Branson, 71 at West Plains, and 52 degrees at Watford City, North Dakota. I bet my son and daughter-in-law and grandson are enjoying some fine weather up there. Take a look at the radar. I'm going to hit reset and make sure it's up to date here. Start in Texas. We got some rain down there at the far southern tip around Brownsville, Texas. Comes all the way up into the Louisiana border. And it looks like the western edge there of Louisiana getting a lot of rain. More showers in Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and the Dakotas. Other shower activity in Iowa. And then over just outside of Michigan, moving over into New York and Pennsylvania. Which stop do we hit first?
It's like we got some trying to sneak up from the bottom there from Texas.
Yeah.
Up.
I think that's what they were saying on all the weather.
Hit the Oklahoma, man. That's coming this way,
Okay.
right?
Okay, we'll hit that one right there. This is around Lawton, Wichita Falls. This is extreme western Oklahoma. This is the Texas line right here. And you see showers from Oklahoma City all the way over to the Texas state line there. We'll hit the Little Rock stop, see what's showing up in Arkansas right now. Southwest Arkansas, Texarkana, all the way up to Fort Smith with shower activity affecting I-30. And will start affecting portions of I-40 west of Little Rock. Shower activity just north and east. And just basically all the way around El Dorado, Arkansas, all the way over to Greenville, Mississippi. Jonesboro picking up a shower right now. That's affecting Highway 63 and Interstate 555. Right now, nothing in the northern part of the state. Mountain Home to Fayetteville is clear as a bell. Well, not clear as a bell, but close. Anyway, 62, 412 east and west are clear right now, but when you get on your interstates, just basically the interstates right now are going to have some showers intermittent right now, 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 at Jonesboro. Highway 65, however, to Little Rock to Branson looks good, but hopefully it'll get a good wash job today and tomorrow and Friday. Take a look at the St. Louis stop. You see shower activity all along Mississippi River, North St. Louis, all the way up to Quincy, Illinois. Not really affecting many of the interstates. I-44, a little bit of shower activity there, about 40, 50 miles out of St. Louis. And the same on I-70. I-64 east out of St. Louis and 70. I-70 being affected more out of St. Louis than 64. And southwest Missouri, we'll check that if that radar stop comes up. They must have some problems with that Joplin radar. From the Tulsa stop, from Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, and I-44, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Right?
Pretty good.
Not too
So
bad.
that forecast, we'll hit that real quick. If you want to follow along at home, www.weather.gov. It's the National Weather Service from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Click right there. Rain, rain, rain. Today, we go from a 20 to a 50% chance of rain. I'm thinking that more later today, we're going to get a little bit of shower or a little bit of heat. It's going to warm up past 69. But as you see there on the screen, we go from a 50% chance to a 70% chance on Saturday night, and Sunday even a 60%. We need some rain. Took my little Pepper, my dog, got to dog park last night, and one of the people, I said, boy, we could really use some of that rain. I said, yeah, we really could. And even, who was I talking to? Maybe been over at Harold's Auto Parts talking. They're already talking about having to use some hay for cattle.
Yep.
But now if we can get inch 0.3, inch 0.5, inch 0.8, if we can get around 2 inches of rain, might have one more cut of hay possibly for the cattle, and kind of help save that farm bill coming up in the wintertime, because we don't know what kind of winter we're going to have. But
never know.
Nope. Never know. So this rain is welcome, welcome, welcome. Let it rain, just don't flood. Somebody said, we don't need a flood, just need rain. So anyway, Jerry, what's on that community calendar? What you got going?
Well, I was waiting for you to say it's drier than a humpless camel
in the sunset.
Sahara Desert. Oh, sunset?
Yeah, Sahara Desert will work too.
Yes, you can.
Whitey Herzog.
Yep, come on out, meet Whitey and Mary Lou, June 23rd. Tickets are $25, and that'll be at the Twin Lakes Hope Center. Dale, you can feed us or tell us a little bit about, they're going to feed the people, and then you get a...
Well, Whitey's going to speak. Whitey's been very generous to the youth center out there. I can't go into details. I don't have that permission yet because that committee is still working to finalize some things going on in the Gassville, Cotter area. It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
And Whitey Herzog loves Cotter, Gassville, Arkansas, comes down, fishes the White River.
Yeah, he's donated a lot of land, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
They're going to build a big community center.
Yeah, we hope so. And so it's going to be fun. But
and then today, 7 p.m., you can get you some eggs and go on out and see the Bacon Brothers at the ASU Mountain Home.
I can see him walking into Asia with a dozen eggs.
Oh, yes, you can.
I
take my boiled eggs everywhere.
Are you aching? Yep.
You aching for bacon?
Oh, some bacon. Yep. He's a big pig. Yep.
That's 7 p.m.
Was there a little Ray Charles in there?
Just a little soul.
Just a little soul.
That's a little soul, man, stuff. All right, so the Bacon Brothers today at 7 p.m. out at ASU. Scrolling.
You're off key.
Scrolling.
There you go.
I need a whip. June 23rd, 7:30 a.m. The Summer Costume Fun Walk in the Park at the Van Mater Senior Activity and Wellness Center. Come on out. That's this Saturday. And they're going to have pre-registration is $20. Day of the race is $25. There's prizes for best costume. Summer Costume Fun Walk in the Park.
Well, Jerry, do me a favor. You can't go as the road runner. You can't move that fast.
I didn't plan on it. In fact, I'm going to go in the wagon. You're going to pull me around the park.
He's going as the turtle.
Can I borrow
the sloth?
If I got to pull him in the wagon, can I borrow your air tank to boost the tire?
Yeah, we might need to put some airbags on it too. It could get bumpy out there. So that's about it. I mean, as far as all the fun stuff going on this week.
Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing. If you're not happy with your housing, give them a call. It's 870-741-2883.
Coming up, Michele is here from FAD, Families Against Distractive Driving, and going to have a lot of fun with this. So stick around. Anything else we got to get in for the break?
That's it.
Okay, be right back.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Hi.
We are back at 7:18. Michele Paden's here from FAD, Families Against Distractive Driving, and it's good to see you again. Yeah.
I guess I was here back in March.
Yeah, I think so.
Right before we did the accident reenactment at ASU. I mean, not this year at ASU. That was 2 years ago at Mountain Home High School. We did that.
Last Dance?
It's huge production.
Yeah. How'd it go?
Hopefully impactful. I think it was a great turnout. Of course, the kids did have an option to opt out, but there was probably about 800 students there.
Yeah.
And heard some positive feedback, and
maybe change a few lives. Yeah.
If it saved one, that's one life.
So it's been a while, so let's go all the way back to the beginning. Let's talk about your nephew and the accident for a minute, and then how you came out with FAD and started the whole ball rolling here.
Well,
and I mean, for folks that don't know, how many legislative sessions have you sat through now?
Two.
You've gone through the 17 session
in
and
2015.
Yeah. So this will be your third one coming up in February of next year.
Yes.
Yeah. Going to take your ball bat down there and knock a little sense in people's heads?
Well, I don't approach it that way. I just try to be realistic, and because you can go down.
Facts are facts.
Yeah,
folks.
Facts are facts. I'm not making this stuff up. I know firsthand how lives are changed in seconds behind the wheel.
How's your nephew doing now? Is he?
He is actually going to college, living independently. He just got his service dog the end of last year, and I'd say he's in the best place in his life that he's been in a very, very long time. This coming August will be 5 years. Do you believe that?
Goodness, 5 years.
August 31st, 2013. He was a passenger in a vehicle. 2.5 weeks into his senior year and one of the top 6 male swimmers in the state of Arkansas. And that all changed when his friend who was driving picked up his cell phone. And they lost control, and the vehicle flipped numerous times, and he was partially ejected. First mistake he made. Didn't have a seatbelt on. Partially ejected, and they both went to the ER and was checked out, and they realized pretty quickly that he did not have any feeling from his waist down. Med flighted to Children's, spent 4.5 months in Children's, suffered a fracture at C6, C7, and he's now a quadriplegic. So very life-altering ordeal for him, but also his family. I mean, it's a domino effect, and if we can save one life or one family from having to go through what we went through, then our mission is accomplished.
5 years coming up.
Yeah.
Wow. My goodness.
July 1st, 2014, we started FAD.
Yeah.
We launched it. 2015, we incorporated with the state of Arkansas. In 2016, we got our nonprofit status. So we're coming up 4 years.
Where has the time gone?
That'll be celebrating 4 years in July.
So what barriers, what brick walls have you ran into with legislative rules about texting? You know, and when you asked me to serve on board of directors that first round, Sheila Wingard was here, and back then I had.
Well, you're still on it.
Well, yeah, it's just
for life. You signed up for life.
Oh yeah, but with the way the roads are around here, I mean, Arkansas Avenue is reasonably straight, and you might get 3 letters on the phone, but the fact is, it totally removes your attention from your driving. So if I left the TV studio and went west on Arkansas and tried to text, let's say I wanted to text my son, "How are you today?" By the time I get all that out, I could be in the field on the right-hand side of the road, or I could cross that center line because...
Or you could hit someone that's on one of the sidewalks.
On the sidewalks.
It's just scary because studies have shown that you're just as impaired, if not more than impaired, as if you're legally drunk.
Really?
But as a society, we have not accepted that, and there's not been a social stigmatism attached to using your cell phone behind the wheel like drinking and driving.
Well, and back in the days, let's go back into the mid-50s, late 50s, early 60s on TV, being drunk was humorous. It was actually comedy routines, literally. And, you know, my experience as an auto mechanic, there's a lot of times that I've had to go to salvage yards for various reasons. And you can see the results of, you know, what happens. You know, drive through a salvage yard and just look at an imprint of somebody's face in the windshield.
Well, I ask people, would you get in the car with someone who's been drinking and driving? Then why in the world would you get in the car or stay in the car with someone who's been using their cell phone?
Yeah.
We've got to get in that mindset. You know, my daughter just turned 16 in May, and she's seen how this has unfolded over the past 5 years, and she knows. She'll tell people, "My mom will kill me if I use my cell phone behind the car. I don't have to worry about being in trouble because she'll kill me." But here's the thing: when your boys started driving, you didn't have to worry about cell phones and people being impaired by cell phones. And it's literally gives me a panic attack thinking about it. And I ran into someone the other day, and they were like, "Oh, I know you're, just nervous about your daughter driving." And I said, "I am, but I'm not so much nervous about her." Because I know she knows better. It's the people on the other side of the road that's not doing what they need to do, and that is putting her life in jeopardy.
Well, I think back in the days we were doing radio, Bob Zadora was in, and when he was a policeman in Chicago, he actually witnessed a woman with her left foot on the dashboard, and she was painting her toenails while going down, what's that highway in Chicago, Lakeshore Drive? Yeah.
Yes, that's scary too. There's a lot of things that distract us behind the wheel.
I was riding with my grandfather years ago. We were in southern Illinois. I don't know where we're going, But we're on this 2-lane highway, and this one guy's driving really, really slow. It's like 60-mile-an-hour speed limit in the day, and he's doing 40. So my grandfather pulls out the pass. So we're going around this car. This guy's sitting there driving, and he's got an electric razor, and he's sitting there shaving while he's driving.
You'll see that in Little Rock all the time.
Really?
And I have to admit, I mean, when I was in college and I on Saturday mornings, I would sleep in that extra 10 or 15 minutes and then put my makeup on going down the interstate to go work in Little Rock. And I'm so lucky to be here. You know, that was such a stupid thing to do, not only risk my life, but the lives of others. To say the least, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I've stopped that a long time ago.
Jerry, you don't put your mascara on when you're driving in, do you?
Sure. Before ever one of my Rocks concerts, I'm a member of KISS.
But we carry precious cargo in our vehicle.
Yep.
First and foremost, ourselves, our friends, our family. And I know you've got a couple of little
grandsons.
Mm-hmm. You know, just think about that. Imagine all these people around you that we take for granted, that we see every day. I mean, what if you came in tomorrow and Scooter wasn't here?
Panic. Panic.
What, you kidding? They'd be throwing a party.
But I
we
mean,
call Amanda at the restaurant, say, set the tables up. We're going to celebrate. No love lost there, right?
That might have been a bad example.
It was. I take that back. Yeah. But we take it for granted. And you ask, you know, what have I faced as far as working with legislators? First, they say, oh, this is an emotional bill. We don't make laws based on...
Bring your nephew down to Little Rock.
Based on emotions. And he's testified in front of legislative session in 2017 when we got a revised distractive driving bill passed. He went down and he was there when the governor signed the bill into law.
Now, did Asa sign that one?
He did.
Good.
He did. Yeah. And so it's emotional, but it affects more than just one person. Grant's not the first victim of distractive driving, and he won't be the last. So we need to do something. Our roads are just
But let's
death
look
traps.
at something else that's in the law. Go to the public schools, and cell phone use prohibited because it's such a distraction that when you're in the car lines, they're afraid that somebody would be distracted enough to either stall the line or hit a kid getting in another vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Or running up on the sidewalk. And wiping out teachers and students who are waiting to go home. It's very, very scary, and I just hope that people will stop and think about what they do behind the wheel.
I was just saying, we have to stop and think, and we don't do that.
No,
because the convenience of the phone. Oh yeah, there's.
And it's such a habit.
Yeah.
You instinctively pick it up. You hear it ring, you hear it ding. It doesn't matter where you're at. Someone told me the other day, and I couldn't believe it, that they were attending a funeral. And this guy's phone rang, and
usually
if you accidentally forget to put it on silent, you're fumbling trying to get it to
quiet down.
Quiet down.
He took the call, did he?
He took the call.
During a funeral.
In a funeral. I mean, wow.
Yeah, boy, there's a lot of thought in that one.
So just stop and
think. I think back when I was a kid, we were living in St. Louis. We'd come to Arkansas or Missouri for vacation. And back in them days, the car had no radio. Mm-hmm. It had no air conditioning. We'd ride with the windows down, and we didn't think twice about calling anybody. We had no cell phone.
Texting. Or FaceTiming, or posting on Snapchat.
We'd tell my grandparents,
Facebook.
we're going down to Big Springs and Van Buren for a week. We'll be home Friday afternoon. And that was it. Everything was fine. We'd go down, have a good time, and drive home. There was no, I need to make sure I lock the window in the back bedroom. We just didn't worry. It seems like it's worry, check this, check that, and we can't miss this call. Well,
we have
what
so
has
much
changed in 50 years?
We have so much information at our fingertips, and we live in a world of instant gratification.
Yeah.
You think about it. We go through the drive-through, and if we wait more than 5 minutes, what's taking so long? You go to a restaurant, even though it's not a drive-through restaurant, we expect our food quickly.
Mm-hmm.
When we want information, you can sit here and Google or YouTube anything that you want and probably figure out how to repair something. I know you can. You know, I mean, but we have to stop and think. We can't misuse the technology we have in our hand and use it behind the wheel. We have to be responsible. This may push some buttons, but, you know, when guns are misused, they kill people. Cars are the same way.
Mm-hmm.
When cars are misused and they're not handled responsibly, they kill people too.
So true. Need to take a break. What do you think, Scooter?
Be right back.
You know what she said when the restaurant's not getting your food? I just, Scooter, turn that microwave up. Come on.
We ate there the other day. The food came out quick.
Why is everybody picking on me?
It must be pick on. I appreciate it. You ought to see what he does over here. He's got all these little screens up and directs the show and everything.
He's multitasking.
He is.
But not behind the
for folks
wheel
that don't
of
know,
a
he
car.
also owns Old Time Restaurant.
But I'm not driving.
Then
But he's not driving.
There you go.
All right, take us to break, Scooter.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Do you ever feel like your butt's dragging and you could really use a lift? Ozark Diesel Off-Road. Ozark Diesel Off-Road has been installing lifts for over 25 years. They specialize in all your off-road vehicle needs, from general repairs such as engine diagnostics, clutch and brake repair, to custom fabrication like axle gears and lockers, leveling and suspension kits, and everything in between. So if your vehicle could really use a lift, head to Ozark Diesel Off-Road, located at 5051 Highway 62 East, or give them a call at 870-425-LIFT. And we are back visiting with Michele Paden from FAD, Families Against Distractive Driving. And this time of year is called what? The 100th?
The 100th deadliest days of summer. From Memorial Day to Labor Day. Especially teens. They're out of school. They're on the roadways more than you factor in summer traveling, family vacations, and it's just a very, very deadly combination. And distractive driving, cell phone use particularly, has
added to the
statistics.
The factors. Wow.
Yeah. 11 teens die every day due to texting and driving, and auto accidents are the #1 killer of teens.
Statewide or nationwide?
Probably
nationwide.
Nationwide, yeah.
Stat. So when you're in the state, when you're in a committee or you're talking about this, what are their thoughts? I mean, it's like, okay, so I pick up my phone and I call Scooter and I'm not thinking I'm driving through town. Is that illegal?
No, not to dial your phone, not to talk on your phone holding it. The way the law reads now, it's actually texting, posting on social media, accessing the web, accessing apps. The first offense is up to $100 fine. Second and subsequent offenses are up to a $250 fine. And then if you are driving and you're involved in an accident and you're doing one of those things that is not allowed under the law, then the fines can double. But I'm not saying the law we have on the books is not enforceable. You just have to be very creative and in the way that you try to enforce it. There are police departments, especially in other states, that have taken a very proactive approach and have been very creative and have been able to enforce laws for states who do not have a hands-free law. But you know, the majority of the people, if they pull them over, they're going to say that, oh, I was dialing a phone number, or I wasn't really texting, I wasn't posting on Snapchat. So it is hard to enforce the law that we have on the books, but it's not impossible. I would say that there are 5 pieces to the puzzle.
Really?
From my viewpoint, for what it's worth. First is laws that can be easily enforced. So we have to go back one step, and the legislator has to pass laws that are easy to enforce. Then law enforcement has to enforce them. Then you get before the judicial side, and we have to have judges and courts that are going to fine and give stiff penalties for the consequences of their actions. So we do not have continuous repeat offenders. Don't give second chance after second chance after second chance, because that's a second chance to go out and kill somebody.
You know, when you have 4 boys and they're all growing up, and you know you're going to have some speeding tickets and some stop sign violations and stuff like this. I don't know which policeman or what agency it was, but I said, you know, you're not punishing the child. Okay, so you get a ticket for 40 and a 30. Whatever the fine is, who pays it? More than likely, mom and dad. Now, don't you do that again. Boy, that went a long way. So I said, what 16, 17, or 18-year-old is going to look cool getting off the school bus? The first offense, leave your driver's license right here on the judge's bench, and in 30 days you can come back and get your driver's license. Meantime, you're going to ride the school bus.
Or mom and daddy are going to have to take
Or mom and dad taking the station wagon or the minivan or something like that. You know, boy, how cool am I at 18 having to do that because I got a ticket for blowing a stop sign or doing 40 and 30. Jerry.
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about it.
Well, they do give tickets for going too slow now too, you know, so.
Oh, you've had it now.
I've never got a ticket for going too slow.
That's in the left-hand lane on interstate.
They just couldn't slow down enough to find you.
But if you take the money factor, see what I'm saying? Okay, that's $75. Well, a 16, 17-year-old ain't going to have that kind of money right off the bat. So mom and dad have to pay the ticket, and you forget about it. Take the, you know, let that first one be a lesson, okay? So
I even had a legislator tell me. He said, you know, Michelle, I don't know if this is good for my constituents. I said, okay. And he said, I represent a very poor district. And he said, you know, it's sort of penalizing my constituents because they can't use their phone and pay the fine, just like people that can pay the fine and just, you know, keep paying it every time they get pulled over. And he said that if they're worried about paying a fine for using their cell phone, then that could potentially take away putting food on the table for their family.
Okay, step 1, hit the brake. Step 2, pull over.
Well, and guess what? If you don't do it, the fine is
zero.
So, I mean, there's a lot of people.
Kind of sounds like that legislature that was afraid Guam was going to tip over. Too many people got on the east coast of Guam. You know, it makes that much sense.
It's changing mindsets. It's changing their.
If you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime.
Yeah.
You know.
But it seems like no one wants to suffer the consequences of their actions. Yeah. And when they do get caught doing, whether it's drinking and driving or whether it's speeding or whatever, I mean, you have to face the consequences of your actions. If you're going to do it, then you need to man up, woman up, and say, yeah, I was doing it.
Yeah, I did it.
The fourth component, education and awareness, which is what FAD does. And fifth, it all boils down to personal responsibility and choice. It's you. You have to make a conscious decision and effort every day that you get behind the wheel that you're not going to change your life or change the life of someone else. You know, I get numerous messages, or I get tagged in posts where people have had a traumatic accident. It doesn't always involve a cell phone. Majority of the time it probably does involve some type of distraction, but it happens every second, every minute, every hour, every day. I mean, we're not immune. And if you live in a bubble thinking that it can't happen to you, it won't happen to you. I'm able to multitask behind the wheel. I've driven for 40 some odd years. I've never had an accident. Well, not a major accident anyway. I work, I travel for my job. That's a sales call. That's money out of my pocket. Guess what? You don't have to worry about going back to work. You don't have to worry about that bonus when you're in the grave.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have a family to go back to.
That sales call, most generally, they'll leave a message.
Yeah.
So pull over and call them back.
So it's I just there again, I just encourage people to stop and think, what are my distractions? Cell phone is not a distraction to me because every time I hear it, well, it's on silent now in my car, but every time I hear it ring and ding, I know exactly why my nephew's in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah, I can be driving through ding, ding, ding.
But I still struggle with other distractions. We're not gonna be able to totally eliminate them, so we need to identify them and do the best we can to eliminate them. Mine is mental. I can get in the car and I've got to go do an interview with Dale this morning. I've got a hair appointment. I'm sitting there checking off everything that I need to do for the day. So before I know it, I show up at work and it's Sunday morning. So you can be mentally distracted too.
There's a lot of other distractions. Try hanging on the steering wheel and spill hot coffee in your lap while driving.
Yeah.
That can
getting onto your kids. Hey, stop, quit.
Yeah,
You're giving the hand over the back seat.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
Rubbernecking, looking, at an accident or a beautiful sunset, or whatever. It's just you have to make a conscious effort that you put your primary focus on driving.
I think probably my biggest distraction driving is, of course, I love the scenery. And look at that. Well, you need to watch the road. We'll look at the scenery. Well, why don't you drive so I can look at the scenery?
And we need to be adults need to be example for our kids, because whether you realize it or not, your grandkids are learning from you already. And so when you're driving and you have your kids in the car and and they see you using their phone, because
Then it's okay.
they'll probably have a phone by the time they're 5. You know, I mean, it's not acceptable, and we need to start teaching them. Just because they
when I was 8 and 9 years old, Mom, can I call Jeff across the street? Well, I guess so. Just don't stay on the phone too long. You know, go over there and dial the phone.
Yeah, I mean, now it's not.
Do you have the answer to problem number 5 in math? Okay, bye. You know.
I had a friend the other day that said that, you know, their grandson came over and was playing on her phone, and, you know, before she knew it, she had several charges for all these apps that the child had bought. So you don't ask anymore to call your friend. You're asking, well, they didn't ask to buy the app. So, you know, we need to set the expectations, be examples for our kids, because they learn visually as well. And it's a lot harder when they do start driving to say, and I don't want you using your phone.
Do you think some of the, I don't want to pick on one target group, but young men and young women still in high school just can't wait to get that text from Mary Jo or from Billy Bob or something like that? Does she like me or not? Does he like me? You know, and just they can't wait.
And that's their form of communication.
Yeah.
The majority of the teens do not talk. So they're
even at the lunch table, they'll be sitting there texting each other, and they're right here.
They're courting. Is courting even a word anymore? I don't know what the hip thing is, but when they're talking, I think that's the word. When they're talking, they're not really talking, they're texting.
Yeah.
You know, when they're trying to figure out if they like each other or they want to date each other, it's all through text. It's all through social media. It's Snapchat, Instagram. So, yeah.
I don't know. Time for a quick break. Scooter?
Be right back.
All righty. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Nemus Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza.
You already know that Ferris mowers are the only mowers on the market with a patented spring suspension system, saving you time in the seat, less back stress, and a professional even cut every time. You already know that Mower Warehouse is the only area dealership that will accept your mower trade-in. But did you know that a truckload of discounted 2017 models just arrived at Mower Warehouse, allowing you the pleasure of saving hundreds of dollars on your next mower purchase of a new Ferris or Simplicity zero-turn machine? Come check out the parking lot sale at Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Why would I?
$7.49. Finishing out the show. Michele Paden's here. FAD, Families Against Distractive Driving, and you want to do a giveaway?
Yeah.
All right.
We were fortunate enough to get a huge grant from State Farm this year. They've been a supporter of FAD from the beginning, and got a $20,000 grant, and we've teamed up with a company called Cell Slip, and I think you're going to put the picture up, but it's a little
Where'd
slip.
You share it? You shared it on was it on Hometown TV page?
It was on the FAD page.
On the FAD page?
Yeah. But it's a little slip that if you need someone or something to hold you accountable while driving,
there it is.
You put your phone in there, and it totally blocks all cell phone communication, rings, text, everything. And then you pull it back out when you reach your destination safely, and it catches back up. So
it
you haven't
shut
missed
the signal off.
Yeah, so you won't miss a call, you won't miss a text, and if you have a Life 360 app and you use that with your family, it will not even allow that app to communicate. So another way that you can use it and it still be a tool is to leave the flap open. At that point, it can still transmit, turn the phone on silent, because if you have a natural tendency to reach for your phone just out of habit, one, when you do reach for it, all you're going to see is the FAD logo. Hopefully that's a red flag. And then two, you would have to have two hands to take it out. So it's still a deterrent. It's still a very effective tool, but then allows parents to still track their kids if they use that app. So would love to give 25 of these away. And what you have to do is to go to the
Hometown Television.
Hometown Television FAD page. Excuse me, Hometown Television Facebook page. And comment,
I want one.
I want one. And the first 25 that comment, I want one.
And don't do it while driving.
Yes. Yes. Because if you really want one that bad and you tell me you were driving and you did not comment while driving, I will be more than happy to deliver one to your home.
Jerry's monitoring the page now, so just say, Jerry, I want one of those.
But another great device that has come from, unfortunately, the founder of the cell slip, he was touched by a tragedy. Luckily, everyone was okay, but they had a serious car accident, and they were okay. But in their time of in their scare, he developed the cell slip to try to prevent.
So it actually blocks that antenna signal altogether.
Yes.
Cell phone tower, everything.
Yes. It's great. Wow. And we've purchased thousands and have given them away at community events, schools. I think I did 10 events the month of April, which is National Distractive Driving Awareness Month. Easily went through 1,000. Have ordered more. I'll be at the Arkansas Safe School Conference in July. We'll be there handing them out there, trying to encourage schools to purchase them with their school logo, because they can be customized to hand out at open houses to encourage students as well as parents who are picking up students in car lines to put their phone in the slip and be safe while they're in school zones. And then I've had teachers come up to me after I've done programs and said, can I get a class set for my whole entire class, because I can actually ask them to put those put their phones in those while I'm teaching, and there won't be any classroom distraction by cell phones either. So there's been some teachers that want to carry that over in the
any piece of technology
classroom.
Distract all of the world more than a cell phone.
Yeah. There again, it's a wonderful thing.
It is
when it's used correctly and properly.
You remember the cartoon Dick Tracy? You may be too young.
No.
Jerry, you remember Dick Tracy? Joe Tracy calling Joe Jitsu. Remember that? Well, here it is, right here. Look at Scooter's watch right here.
Yeah.
There it is. What was in cartoons in the 50s and 60s now reality. I'm being serious. But you've got the the Apple Watch?
It's a smartwatch. Yeah. It's hooked into my phone and it's all wireless.
Yeah.
And you can do everything on that.
Yeah.
Exactly what you can do on this.
Yeah. Yep.
So, what was fictitious, fantasy, futuristic in cartoons? What, Dick Tracy was what, 1958, 59, 60, something like that? I think they were black and white cartoons, weren't they? They go that far back. But
they have some now. It's even a bigger one that it's got its own SIMS card and its own phone number and everything. It's all in a watch. You
Yep.
don't even need to have another phone on you. You can use that as a phone.
And an iPad and a
Yep.
So, okay, what happens
Fitbit
if this
and-
becomes more usable than carrying the phone around? If Scooter's got this on his wrist and he can take a phone call merely by touching his watch,
Mm-hmm.
how much more distraction are we going to add to driving? And I'm not saying he's doing it, but I mean, it's
and
just,
that's another thing. When you think you have a perfect law that you can enforce,
here comes something else.
We have cell phones. So, is that a cell phone? I mean, it is, but people are going to say, "Is that a cell phone?" Because that's my
gonna
watch.
be-
That's my watch.
Yeah, that's going to be debatable because it
Yeah.
doesn't have a phone number. It doesn't. I mean, for somebody to be like a devil's advocate, it's very easy to say that's not a cell phone.
But would that not be safer having the watch? So let's say I'm on I-40 East going to Tennessee like I'm normally doing, and I've got this on, and somebody calls me. So I can reach over, touch my watch, my hands are on the steering wheel, we can talk. Is that not safer than...
Studies show whether you're Bluetooth, hands-free, you're still as impaired and distracted.
concentrating on that conversation rather than driving?
I
Yep.
am encouraged, though, that you still, like you said, have two hands on the wheel
Yeah.
and you're not holding it with your shoulder and, trying to drive and talk
Yeah.
or holding it out here and driving.
I'm trying to read. What do you say?
Well, I mean, I think people hold it and put it on speaker and they're still driving and it's right up here
In the
front,
way.
in front of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
It's still an impairment, but at that point, you at least have two hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
But our laws are even
comes down
gonna-
to common sense.
Yeah, our laws
It's
are
just
even
common sense
going to
stuff.
have to start including watches. Because they're.
Hmm.
And then you have people too that, what's my right? It's my right to use my cell phone. Well, I agree, but when you are putting other lives at risk,
At risk, yeah.
and doing it behind the wheel, driving is not a right; it's a privilege.
Yeah, true. I think back to the days of the CB radios. We got the CB radios to tell where the policemen were because we didn't want to drive 55. Cell phones are 100 times more distracting than what the CB radios were.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have one, Jerry, CB radio?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how you get somewhere.
Yeah.
Get behind a truck and hammer down about 90.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How many remember those days?
I grew up with
Any
CB.
response? Is everyone still asleep?
No, don't have anything yet. But I just want to say, my daughter has a car, and now it's going into the radio. So you can do all your stuff right there in the radio. It'll ring, the music will shut out,
Yeah.
and you can take that phone call and still stay alert
You
to
can
the
hit
road.
the button on the steering wheel, which answers the call.
Yep.
And some even have voice recognition.
It's there again. We have so much technology at our
Yeah.
fingertips. If it's not in our hands, it's in the dash of our cars.
Yeah.
I mean, we went and we were car shopping, and some of the newer cars have almost a mini iPad in the dash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you see all your apps right there on the dash. It's just like a big phone
is.
screen.
That's how her car is.
So our vehicles are safer now more than ever. They have so many safety features on them. But you have all this technology that you've got to figure out, and hopefully you figure out whether it's voice recognition or texting, using voice recognition app for texting or responding when it comes through your Bluetooth. Hopefully you figure out how to do that before you start driving. But we still have a astronomical amount of deaths on our roadways.
Yep.
Because of technology. And people think because it's there,
30 seconds.
it's there, it's okay to do it.
Yep.
It's okay to access it on our dash.
Be sure to check out the Facebook page, FAD, F-A-D-D, no periods, right? Is that right?
No periods in between.
Let's have it pull it up real quick. We got to run here real quick.
Our website is www.familiesagainstdistractivedriving.org.
And
We
there
also
it is. So
have-
check that out.
We also have a page which is Families Against Distractive Driving just stop, think.
And with that, we got to go.
Jim
Tomorrow. Thanks for
Bumgarner.
Be
being here.
safe.
Up
Be
next.
safe out there.